Today, we're talking about what it really takes to set up a business in Dubai. I am Tiba Biseko, your host, and I'm joined by Stella Wamaitha, who is going to tell us her story on how to start a business in Dubai. Stella, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, Stella,
Yeah.
let's start with your story. How did you start in this space?
Well, my story starts for itself. It's 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and I'm new in Dubai. It's during COVID, and
Oh.
yeah, so I find myself here in the beginning of COVID,
Yeah.
and I stayed through the COVID, and yeah, towards the end of COVID, and
Yeah.
people could travel. I'm still trying to find a job. And the easiest job I could find at that time was in tourism.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, my field is not tourism, but I was really open after a long time of not having a job. So I find myself in tourism, and it was a perfect match because people were coming back to Dubai.
Yeah.
And being African, I work with a lot of Africans, and we do
Yes.
need like visit visas to enter the country. So I find myself perfectly in that field. And it helped me work with so many Africans at that
Yes.
time who were relocating back to Dubai to either maybe visit or find greener pastures over here.
Yeah.
So that's where it starts. And a bit along the way,
Yeah.
people start asking me because I built so much trust with everyone I worked with. So people start asking me like, I don't know, can you help me get a business license, or how do I go about it? And I didn't know at that time as well. So I had to go on and learn. And that's where the business setup journey starts.
So you spoke about learning. Where did you learn, or how did you get to learn it?
So with the UAE, it's very funny because we don't have like a book that tells you this is what you do when
Yes.
you want to do this. You just have to go in search of information, and sometimes a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
But I started by calling, like at that time, free zones that were advertising. So I'm calling like a client, but I'm asking for information. It's like, oh, hey, I want to set up this and this business. Tell me what are the steps? And I'm asking a lot of questions. But I would say also the clients I would have at that time, they helped me learn along the way. Because
Okay.
for everything they ask for, I go on and ask, and that becomes new information in my
So they
knowledge
knew
band.
that you were learning as well. You were in your beginning phase of your business. They knew that.
And no, you never really disclose that you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want people to think.
To trust you and know that you're an expertise on that.
Yeah, so you're like, yeah, I know my stuff, but honestly, I do not know anything.
You were figuring out along
Yeah.
the way. So was it always the plan, or it just evolved along the way as you proceeded with life in Dubai?
So it was definitely an evolution. Back when I came here first, I was like out of uni.
Yeah.
So I did not know what life trajectory my life was gonna follow. I knew I really do wanna make it big, and Dubai felt like the place to do it. And I was open.
Yeah.
I was open to life's journey. So from tourism, doing the visas, and now moving on to business setup. And
Yeah.
I found myself staying longer there, but it's been very impactful.
Interesting. So what was your biggest challenges early on in starting your journey?
I would say getting the information and the right information. I would say like I've had to make a lot of mistakes as well. And sometimes I have to admit this, is like mistakes in this industry
Yeah.
cost money and time.
Yeah. And that's your money or the customer's money?
Mostly it will have to be my money, because if a mistake was done by me
Yeah.
because of something I did not know, I will have to cover that for the client. So I just say that's the school fees I'll pay.
So you're losing both money and time.
Yeah, but it's the school fees I paid to gain the information. It's okay.
It's a good way to look at it. It's the school fees I paid for it. So what do people misunderstand about starting a business here in Dubai?
I guess most people will feel like it's very expensive, and they will stay away from it or try to run their businesses under the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how is the under the table business done?
So The
What do you mean by
UAE
that?
is a very good country because it's very hard that someone will come knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Where is this? Where is this? You're not. But you find that if you're a business person,
Yes.
obviously you start a business with the intention of growth.
Yeah.
So while maybe doing business under the table may work for like the first 6 months, if you want to go to the next level, you have to consider doing things the right way.
Yes.
And there's no much information about doing things the right way. So it either means that you're not going to grow, or very soon you'll find yourself in a problem with the bank because one, money keeps showing up in your bank account
Yeah.
that cannot be explained.
Yeah.
Or one time you'll be found in the place where you cannot defend what you're doing because you have a residency visa that
Yeah.
says you're employed, but then you're running this other business and that's why you were at a certain place. But when authorities ask you,
How do you make all this money?
so you're doing something
Who is
illegal.
paying you?
And the thing is, you don't have to do that because getting licenses is not that difficult.
Yeah.
Getting the right permits it's really easy, but
Okay.
that's the information gap that is there.
Okay, so with that, so what should be the first step someone should take to make sure that they're getting the right information at the right time from the very beginning of their starting journey of their business?
The first step is define your business for yourself,
Yeah.
first of all. Define the activities that you're undertaking under your business. And then the best thing about living in the UAE, even
Yes.
you yourself can call a free zone or you can go to a government center
Yes.
and just ask, I want to start this business. These are my business activities.
Yeah.
Where does it fit? On the other hand, that's why people like me are there too
Yes.
to guide you.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you find me trustworthy or another agent that you find trustworthy, you have a conversation with them and it's like, yeah, I have this business idea or this is my business and I want to like get it licensed.
Yes.
How should I go about it? So that would be the first question. And the agent at this point will tell you, these activities, they fall under the mainland or they fall under the free zone. And then from there now, it follows the trajectory of either the free zone or the mainland.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a very interesting space to talk about the mainland and the free zone.
Yeah.
And I think we need to have more discussion on that in another session. But on today, what is that one mistake you see a lot of people make often when they want to start, apart from missing out the information?
Something else, and I see it with my fellow Africans,
Yes.
is that we are so big on saving money. And that saving money costs us a lot of money down the line.
Yeah.
What do I mean by this? So right now I want to start a business. But instead of me focusing, I want to start my business. I have a great business plan and everything. So
Yeah.
let me also get the right license for my business.
Yes.
The mentality sometimes we carry is that, which is the cheapest license can I get?
Okay.
So obviously there's going to be a cheap one.
Yeah.
And you have a business license and a visa under the license.
Yes.
But you don't have a business license for your
For
business.
the actual business.
Yeah, because your activities that you're performing and the license that you have are two
Are not
different
aligning.
things. So while you actually are a business person in the UAE with a
Yeah.
license, your business is not registered.
Oh.
Yeah.
So one could have an actual business license, but it's not actually the business for what they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Okay, and if that happens, what happens to a person? What are the consequences?
Well, once again, no one, unless it happens, no one's going to come at your door
Yeah.
asking. But one day you will want to maybe open a bank account for your business.
Yeah.
And you go to the bank showing maybe your transaction or explaining your business, and they look at your license and they're like,
They're not aligning.
where is the license for this business you're talking about? Because this
Yeah.
is another business. So no bank account for you. You want to benefit from credit. here in the
Yes.
UAE, which is
Yeah.
an option that's available to business owners. But once again, you go to the bank and you.
Yes.
So instead of you wasting the time and paying later, like go with the mindset of, I'm venturing into business.
Yeah.
This is my business activity, and I would like to match it.
Oh,
Give me the
okay.
quotation. If you find the quotation is a bit higher, ask for options, but don't just go for the cheaper license because it's available, it's a license, but it doesn't support your business.
That's where you come in. People should come to you to get a better advice.
Right.
Okay, so is it really as hard as people think it is to start a business?
No, it's the easiest. It's the easiest and it's available for everyone. Literally, whether you live in the UAE or you live outside, as long as you own a passport,
Yeah.
and obviously you have a passport code,
Yeah.
then there you go. And you don't even need to be in the country to do all of this.
Uh-huh.
Like all of this can be done while outside the country. So what's stopping anyone?
And what surprises people the most? Maybe someone came to you and you gave them the advice and the guidance on how to start a business. And
Yeah.
what is that one thing that clicked to them? Oh my God, I didn't know about this.
Well, I guess it's how easy it can be, especially when you're working with the right person.
Yes.
Because once again, as an agent in this business, there are two goals sometimes, and people may not be aligned with what you want. So I may be more focused on making the sale than guiding you.
Yes.
So when you find like the right agent for yourself, it's like, and they take you through every step and guide you, and because there's also a lot of activities to be done once you have your license. The
Yeah.
relationship doesn't end there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah,
It's like a long-term
it's a
relationship.
really long time. 'Cause actually, the moment you have your license through and the agent who helped you, that's when the relationship starts.
Yeah.
Because you still need to register for your tax registration.
Okay.
And I know there's no actual, we don't pay tax, but you do need to register at like corporate tax and VAT tax. You need to be
Okay,
registered, even
yeah.
though maybe you're not paying at first. But if the relationship ends once I give you the license, then who will teach you these things?
It's gonna be a struggle later on down the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you know, in the UAE, for every law you don't follow, there's a fine.
Okay, interesting.
So, for example, if you don't register for your corporate tax within the first 90 days of getting your license,
Yeah.
there's a 10,000 dirham fine automatically.
God, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and it's your first business, so you don't know this.
Yeah.
But this is what I do. So our relationship needs to like really continue
Yeah.
for me to be able to tell you all of these things and any other update that may come up. Yeah.
Okay. So why is Dubai so attractive, especially for Africans at the moment?
First, location. I mean, they call it the Middle East, but it is
Straight
actually
in the middle.
in the middle. So this means that when you're here, you're connected to the world.
Yeah.
It's easy to fly from here to anywhere in the world. That's one thing. And yeah, it's easy to fly from the world from here to anywhere. It's accessible. They welcome anyone. Yeah, I feel like this is the easiest visa for you to get.
Yeah.
Coming to the UAE, especially for Africans.
Yeah.
And also, there are over 200 nationalities living in this country.
Interesting. That's
So-
almost the whole world.
Right?
Yeah.
So that means that when you have a business location here or a business presence here in the UAE, you're also open to other markets.
Interesting. So here one could get connected to people from China, people from, I don't know, Europe,
Yeah.
people from South America.
The whole world, literally. Because if your business is here, it means when you're doing your advertisement online, it's being received by almost maybe your audience in the UAE.
Yeah.
But then it's very diverse.
Yes.
Yeah, so someone could be Chinese or German or wherever, but since they live here
Yeah.
and they fall under the category of your audience or your client, they're
Yeah.
going to get your ad, and now you have a potential client who's from
who's
another
from another side of
continent.
the continent.
Yeah, and that's all thanks to the UAE. So
Oh. And what opportunities do you see right now?
right now, with especially in real estate, and
Yeah.
once again, business presence and how easy they make it for us Africans to have even property here. I really feel like it's where Africans should be looking at. And while maybe the Africans who live here, while maybe we are so big on investing back home only,
Yeah.
we should also start thinking, since I live in this country, how can I also invest here? How can
Yeah.
I be part of the economy? Because when you have, whether it's property or business or maybe just working here,
Yes.
you really get to experience the best of government systems that are
Yeah.
here. And the systems here really do work, and they work to serve you. It's
It's very rare.
very
to get
rare.
that.
Yeah, to find a country that's not yours, but then
It's there to serve you.
yeah, and the systems are there to work for you
For
and for your
you.
benefit.
Yeah.
So it's somewhere to really look at.
So you spoke about real estate, and I recently moved here, and I see real estate is that one thing you will always find on top of every list. If you
Yeah.
want to work, go to real estate. If you want to do this, go to real estate. So is it real estate really like the backbone of Dubai in general?
It is one of the backbones. I mean, this country has a lot of resources, from maybe oil and gas
Yeah.
to tourism, and tourism is really huge here. And now real estate, because one thing about the UAE is that they live in 2050 when you're in 2010. They are
Yes.
they're so
They're so ahead.
futuristic. And when you see them doing a lot of real estate, it's because they know that's where the future is. So while now tourism is the thing, and I know oil and gas is still is and has been,
Yeah.
real estate is really the future. And it's not just real estate, buy property and like keep it. For them, the angle is that it's an investment.
Yeah.
Like whatever money you put in here is supposed to give back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Long term.
yeah, so it's not just them taking, but it's like them taking and giving back in folds.
So, what is that one advice you would give for someone who feels, a bit anxious, overwhelmed to start a business in Dubai?
I'll say, if you call yourself a business person,
Yeah.
then you know taking risks is one of the characteristic of a business person. But if you're gonna take risks with your money, time, and energy, do it right.
Yeah.
Like get the right information. Don't just jump into something because it's hyped or it's easy or accessible or affordable.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to take a risk, do it right.
Okay. And as we're coming to an end, what is that one thing you would tell the person that is watching us today to do if they really want to start a business in Dubai?
Maybe call me.
Yes, why not?
Yeah, talk to me. Let's have a conversation about you wanting to start your business here or having a presence here in the UAE. And I'm always really happy to exchange the information. I love the UAE so much. Maybe they're gonna give me a citizenship, another conversation. But
Finger crossed.
yeah, but I love this country, and I'm really, my days are full of getting updated information that helps my clients.
Yeah.
So that's what positions me as the right person to talk to and the right guide for you if you're looking into the UAE for your business or for investment or relocation.
So maybe you tell us how one would contact you on Instagram or website. What is the easiest way for someone to reach out to you now that they've watched and now that they know you would help them out to figure out how to start a business in Dubai? How can they contact you easily?
Yeah, so all my social media is Stella Business Setup.
Stella business setup.
Yeah. So that's my TikTok, that's my Instagram. My WhatsApp maybe is gonna be shared.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where to find me. And you can always reach me. I'm very responsive.
Okay. Thank you so much, Stella. It was such a lovely conversation with you today. I am honored to have you. And we're looking forward into having you again for a deeper dive into realities of set up business in Dubai.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And that's it for today from us. Thank you so much for watching.